first day of high school, I walked through the classroom doors thinking I wanted to get through my 4 years and go to college to become an engineer. I had thought about it, heard stories from others, and thought that's what I wanted to do.
On my first day of high school, I wanted to join the military and study psychology.
When I walked into my first class as a freshman student, I was determined to join law enforcement.
We all had ideas of what we thought our high school path would look like.
4 years of classes, attend a few football games, maybe get involved in a club, walk the stage, and move on to the next thing in life.
While we thought we knew what our pathway would be, it quickly changed once we joined our Allen FFA chapter.
Several things influenced our journey through high school, from our ag teachers and fellow FFA members to the support of our business and industry partners.
As we prepare to graduate, we have to figure out how to bridge the gap between high school and college or a career. Business and industry partners help us to bridge that gap between our high school education and college or careers that await us after graduation.
The transition seems like a big gap that students must cross, but with the right support, pathway, and guidance, FFA students are able to bridge the gap.
The support system of the bridge will help guide us along the path to college and career readiness. The support system is represented by our agricultural education teachers, our FFA alumni, and our school.
Ag teachers play an important role in kickstarting our journey to success within the overwhelming and challenging world we live in today. By pushing new FFA members out of their comfort zone, they start to build confidence in themselves and develop career and leadership skills that will help them along their path.
In addition to our ag teachers, the chapter alumni play a large role in our members' success. The Allen FFA alumni help support the members by providing funding for multiple activities, such as career development events, leadership development events, and even creating volunteer opportunities.
These events help the chapter excel in expanding not only in the school environment, but also aids in building connections within our community.
Outside of just FFA, we also gain support from our school. Allen High School greatly supports its local chapter by providing opportunities for our members to travel and gain experience in a hands-on learning environment throughout the state of Texas.
Starting from your very first day of principals class to your last FFA banquet, FFA aids in building your skills in communication, accountability, and leadership.
In principles, you are taught and expected to recite the FFA Creed written by E.M. Tiffany in 1930. This creates exposure to speaking development events that start in the spring semester.
Making students recite the creed in front of their class helps them realize that these leadership, speaking, and career development events are far less intimidating in reality and grows their motivation to be active in their chapter.
Gaining that motivation to be active in your chapter, students are eager to commit to a supervised agricultural experience project. Supervised agricultural experience is a student-led project that furthers your knowledge of agricultural education throughout the year.
Participating in these events helps students to acquire key communication skills and builds confidence to effectively convey their message. Effective communication skills are consistently implemented over the course of the school year, as well as through many presentations and group assignments.
Each year, students are able to participate in SAEs that they will commit to for the entire school year. These projects are a great introduction for accountability.
Exhibiting a livestock, growing vegetation, or working for an agriculture-related job are great examples of what student SAEs could be. The possibilities are endless.
Waking up early every morning to feed your market project instills accountability. FFA also creates accountability by having a team rely on you to study for a career development event.
Participating in a career development event, or CDE, typically requires a team to work together to achieve the highest ranking possible for their particular event.
By practicing both with the team and practicing by yourself for personal growth, students are able to acquire accountability in order to help their team succeed.
Being the largest student-led organization, the FFA paves the way for various leadership opportunities. Students are provided many opportunities to become a leader within their organization, such as being elected as a chapter officer, a committee head, or as a team leader for CDE teams.
From the constant encouragement from our ag teachers to our own motivation to help the chapter, we grow in accountability and leadership. For example, my freshman year, I was timid and afraid to speak, but by my sophomore year, I was already treasurer of my FFA chapter. By starting small with leadership, I was ready to continue my path to being a chapter leader, and now I'm in my second term as Allen FFA's president. One of the ways I overcame my stage fright I researched drones and learned to communicate with companies to gain insight and then effectively communicate a first-place speech at a district speaking competition.
As a third-year market steer showman, I constantly have something to keep me accountable. I manage the welfare of my animal every morning and night by feeding, washing, walking, and practicing my showman skills. I also have to stay accountable at school and keep up with my work to ensure I can stay eligible to travel to shows on the weekends and even major livestock shows later in the year. Being consistent in my hard work allows for my fellow FFA members to be able to depend on me in times of need.
I learned how to stay accountable through an FFA career development event called Farm Business Management, where I constantly had a team relying on me to ensure I was studying my ag economics extensively and taking many practice tests to compete at my best ability. When you constantly have a team, a chapter, or even an animal relying on you, it instills accountability, aids in communication, and creates impactful leaders. The railing of our bridge is made up of the knowledge and experience we as students gain from our own endeavors.
Our instructors help guide us to set them up, but it is entirely up to the student's own willingness to adhere to these rules, to stay within the boundaries of the railing, and to move forward, knowing that if they slip up, these rails are there to catch them.
In practicum especially, we are given the opportunities to gain both job experience and learn about the key concepts that make a model employee.
These railings are not guarantees for our success, but rather reminders that we have used our time wisely as students to gain the appropriate tools for that success.
As John Maxwell once stated, the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. These metaphorical rails, the path they guard, the support system holding it all together, they're all the greater culmination of our experience from the Allen FFA chapter.
When we entered high school, we didn't know what our path would look like. We knew where we wanted to go, but not how to get there.
The support we received from our ag teachers in school helped us to find where we wanted to go.
The different FFA programs that we participated in acted as the pathway that gave us somewhere to stand on along the journey. Learning public speaking skills turned us into effective communicators who can make an influence in our home and community. Learning parliamentary procedure and principles of ag equipped us to lead groups and be responsible and engaged citizens. Our SAE projects helped us become effective problem solvers, and the high level of rigor in our classes prepared us for the realistic pressure of life after high school. With our newly acquired skills of communication, accountability, and leadership, we walk with confidence into our future.
Finally, the railing represents business and industry partnership. Without this railing, it would have been easy to take a step off the pathway and end up as just another student that took a few classes but didn't stick with the journey and isn't going to be successful later in life. The support from our business and industry partners has been instrumental in providing opportunities for learning and opening our eyes to possibilities after high school in a way that textbooks and class lessons could not.
From the dozens of local veterinarians that allow our senior students to work alongside them to gain the experience, the local greenhouse and nurseries that employ our students, to the welding groups that help our students obtain industry certifications in class so they are ready to enter the workforce. Each time our FFA chapter partners with a local business or an industry group, both of us are better for it.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks